Are you a brick and mortar business owner that has put your blood, sweat, and tears into creating a storefront that lights you up and serves your clients really well, only to be frustrated that you're the best kept secret in town? If you're not hearing your new clients say, "I found you on Google," then you are in the right place. Welcome. My name is Melissa Rose. I'm a mom, a brick and mortar business owner, and your straight shooting visibility coach. I've cracked the SEO code to becoming the top choice on Google in my industry, and now I'm sharing the secrets on this podcast. Get ready for stories, fail-proof strategies, and practical tips to elevate your brick and mortar presence to the top choice on Google. Let's get real, because we're going to make your business the only option in town. Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Brick and Mortar Visibility. Today's episode is going to be a little meaty, and I'm kind of excited about it. I say kind of, but I'm always excited to be here. So hello, whenever you listen to this. This is addition to last week's episode. So I wanted to just preface that. So if you didn't hear last week's episode and you do have multiple service areas and or locations in different cities, states, please listen to last week's episode to get you set up for success. Today, we're going to dive into what you need to do on your website. So last week was all about your Google Business Profile, and this week we're going to talk about your website, okay? So before we dive into that, if you are brand new, welcome. We talk all things SEO, but then we delve into other aspects of running a brick and mortar business with mindset. I bring on different guests who speak to different expertises, whether it's sales with Nikki Rausch or maybe it's team leadership with Jamie Van Kuyk. We have somebody coming in, Rachel Cook, who's going to talk about making sure your offers and setting yourself up for success with referrals. Just some great things that we have here on the Brick and Mortar Visibility Podcast because I also have a brick and mortar business. For those of you that don't know, I have a dance studio called The Dancing House. I've had it for 15 years. Much of that time, it was very small, purposefully out of my house for the first 10 years because I was a mama first. I have 5 kiddos, and then life happened in 2015, 2016. I got divorced and then started thinking bigger and opened my commercial space. And here we are in 2024 with a team, 2 locations, and a podcast here that helps other brick and mortar business owners as well as the online business owner. So your PSA today, if you are new, is to go grab your most performing or well done social media post from last week and bring it over to your Google Business Profile. If it is time sensitive, do one that's not, and bring it over to your Google Business Profile. And if you don't know what I mean by that, please grab my Google Business Profile workshop. Completely free. It's about 35 minutes. You can speed me up, but I walk you through exactly what you need to do to optimize that Google Business Profile. Now, so many people claim their Google Business Profile, but they don't optimize it and they don't update it regularly. So if you do that, you are going to be one of the few that do it. Let me just share with you a stat. So here's a stat for you. Only 44% of business owners claim their Google Business Profile. 44%. And then out of that 44%, only 50% of them actually do anything with it. That is huge. Okay, so if you are optimizing your Google Business Profile, you are doing so much more than other people. And this is a free tool that Google gives us, and it works. I have helped clients get their name, get their brand, get their business in front of more people by optimizing that Google Business Profile. So that workshop shares with you all the bells and whistles. And if you want to do it yourself, go ahead and do it. If you want me to hold your hand and walk you through it, your tech isn't your thing, I'm happy to do that as well through a VIP day and or other ways of working with me through a strategy session or whatever you feel necessary. But I just want you to take advantage of your Google Business Profile. So there we go. Now, today we are going to dive in to a little bit of SEO on your website. So if you have a business with multiple locations, and when I say locations, I mean different zip codes or maybe different parts of the country, okay? I have 2 locations, but they are a mile apart. So it makes no sense for me to have 2 Google Business Profiles. It makes no sense for me to have different websites or pages on my website for the locations. All right, so just keep that in mind. This is for that business owner with more than one location or service industries that is a legit distance away. All right, okay, so we are going to talk about what to do on your website. And I'm going to give you these tips, and this is a little bit more nitty-gritty. Yes, you can do it yourself, but chances are, if you are doing multiple locations, you probably have a budget where you can hire this out. All right, so these are some things to think about and to do on your website. Today's episode is brought to you by Healthy in the Valley. Are you a health and wellness provider in the St. Croix Valley that would love some more clients coming in your doors? Who wouldn't want that, right? Our mission for Healthy in the Valley is to encourage and empower our community to make choices about their health and wellness that support them and the local businesses around them, so our entire community can thrive. If that's a mission statement that you like and want to get behind, come be part of Healthy in the Valley by going to healthyinthevalley.com. The link is in the bio here. This is a great way for more people to know about your brand, your services, what you stand for, as well as get an introductory offer in working with me. Let's get your business to be the only option in town in the St. Croix Valley. All right, so these are some things to think about and to do on your website. It is, number one, very important to have specific pages. So let's say you have a business in Hudson, Wisconsin, and you have a franchise in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It is ideal that you have two separate pages, one that's Hudson and one that's Milwaukee. All right? You can have, if you do the same things, that's fine. Like, let's say for me, I teach dance. So I can have a dance studio location Milwaukee and dance studio location Hudson. So what you're going to do there is to make sure it is unique. You have the dedicated pages and the geographical location. So you're going to want to say Hudson, Wisconsin in the title, in the URL, in the meta description, all right, all that stuff. And then you are going to make sure it's tailored with different mentions of landmarks, events, customer testimonials to enhance that relevance. So, for example, I take screenshots on my reviews of my clients. And if they specifically mention Hudson, Wisconsin, I'm definitely going to use that screenshot to bring on over to my website. The advanced strategy is to make sure you are geotagging that picture. So in the Apple world, you can edit that picture and put keywords behind it as well as a description and location of that picture / screenshot before you upload it to your website. Okay, again, I know this is a little meaty, but some of you are going to understand what I mean by that and be able to do that. But that's something you're going to want to do on your specific pages. All right, so making sure you have two separate pages. So diving in a bit more into the keywords on those pages. So you're going to want to make sure that you have the keywords ballet lessons in Hudson, Wisconsin, and ballet lessons in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Because when people type ballet lessons near me, you want to be found by using those keywords. All right, so making sure that, again, that's all within your URL, your header, and your meta descriptions. All right, just consistency there. And you're going to hear me repeat myself because all of these things are basically just doubling down and tripling down on what you need to do so you can be found when people are searching for you. Because as I've always said, people are ready to buy when they're searching for you. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, you get followers. But I want buyers, and I'm thinking you're the same way. So when you want buyers, if you want buyers, you are going to make sure you are found. And SEO and optimizing your Google Business Profile is a great way to get buyers because when they want your service, they're ready to buy. They're searching for you and they're ready to buy. Okay? Number 3 is a little bit more detailed or techie, and that's using Schema Markup for your local SEO. So this is going into the HTML and creating this content. And what this content should be is just your address, phone number, hours, all that stuff. Now, workaround that I do on my website is I customize the footer. So on my website, on each page, you can have a footer on it. We've talked about this in past episodes. This is a great way to make sure your address is found in all the places. But on the footer, you can customize it to each page. And this is where I would be super intentional if you have different geographical locations and or service places that you put all that information in your footer, because that will come up in your searches. All right, number 4, this is using the Google review. And I hinted at it earlier about taking that Google review and bringing it over to your website, to the page. But also just keep in mind when you are soliciting Google reviews, if you have somebody from a different area, it is so helpful if they put that location into that Google review on your Google business profile, because that is picked up by Google. All right. So if they say went to classes in Milwaukee for ballet and they were just lovely, blah blah blah. Miss Melissa's an amazing teacher, and we'll definitely be back to the Milwaukee location. We were traveling for business, whatever. So by using Milwaukee, Wisconsin ballet lessons in that Google review, that's picked up on your Google business profile, all right? Then, because it's a public review, we can take that review, screenshot it, or cut, copy, paste, and bring it over to a fun graphic, whatever you want to do there, and implement it onto your website. But that is very important, and I talk a lot about creating a template to get what you want and not just good job. You know, a good job review is not helpful. Yes, it's better than a 5-star, and it's, some words are on there, but man, when they can give you a little bit more juicy content, and even if they upload some pictures, super, super good. All right. So we want to make sure we're implementing those customer reviews when it makes sense and displaying them on those pages. All right. Our 5th tip is to maintain consistent name, address, and phone number. And this is through all your platforms. And here's the deal, you guys. This is where I see business owners make mistakes. And they are so easy to make because you're involved in a lot of things. You're involved in the chamber. You're involved in the women's group. You're involved in a charity. You're involved here and there. And your business is put in those places, especially if you're donating or whatever. So we want to make sure that every place our business is listed, that the name, address, and phone number is all the same. And I only speak passionately about this because it happened to me. We switched our phone number. All right. So we got a different phone number, and I didn't realize that, oh my gosh, that address, that phone number is wrong on all the other platforms. It's right on my Google business profile, but it's not right on the groups that I'm part of. Okay. And it's just such a simple thing to overlook and forget about. But I really want you you could take half an hour and just go, okay, what organizations have I been part of that I just need to quickly double check? And you could have your admin help you with that. Or again, just block out some time to do that. But that is something that's overlooked easily because we just we moved to a new space. Oh yeah, I'm part of the chamber and that wasn't updated for over a year or whatever it is. Okay, so just make sure that you are doing that. So just to review here, when we have 2 locations, 3 locations, maybe you have 5 locations, you are intentional about having a page for each location, okay? That will help your SEO on your website. And in that page, you need to be super intentional about local events, places, things that are happening, so landmarks, so that Google can see that you are in that area and active in that area. All right, then you're also going to have those keywords. You're not just going to have ballet lessons. You're going to have ballet lessons in Hudson, Wisconsin. You're going to have ballet lessons in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You're going to have ballet lessons if my location is in Chicago. I'm going to have that there as well, and add the suburb or whatever it is. The more specific, the better. Then number 3, you're going to add the schema markup for local SEO. And that can include details like your business name, address, phone number, operating hours, and your services offered. And again, I like a very simple workaround is just to make sure that's in your footer on every page and making sure that footer is customized to the page that they are looking at. Then you're going to take advantage of those customer reviews through Google, implementing them, uploading them, screenshotting them, using them. We've talked so much about Google reviews here on the podcast, so hopefully that is not new information, but just a gentle reminder. And then just cross-referencing your name, address, and phone number in all the places and making sure that's consistent. So now I have a bonus tip. And this is what I told one of my clients that called and asked about this question. I said, you need to create a blog that features each location. And here's the deal. This is a little bit easier than you think because you need to just create, let's say you have 3 locations. You can create that blog once, but then you can duplicate that blog and customize those keywords. So here's the deal. So your website, you have those pages. Those pages, once they're done, they're not going to be changed. All right. And you can leave them that way. And it's very easy to do. Many business owners built that website and it's done. But we need to consistently update our website because Google likes that. And that's why the blog comes in. So we need to create engaging content consistently on our website. And that is through our blog. And this is where you can say ballet lessons in Hudson, Wisconsin, and have that title, the URL there for the blog. What makes ballet in Hudson so exciting for adults? Let's say I'm doing a feature for adult ballet. And then I'm going to have those keywords of adult ballet classes, what we do, what the format is. I'm going to include some pictures. And goodness, if I had some video, I'll upload it to YouTube and then share that within the blog too. And what we want to be super intentional about is creating a blog that's engaging for our readers, but also for Google so that Google picks us up. So there's a lot of different things here. I could go down a rabbit hole forever and ever on this, but let's say my blog is about the location, Hudson, Wisconsin, and we're going to talk about ballet classes for adults. Hudson, Wisconsin, a keyword, ballet classes for adults. I'm not going to talk about anything else. I'm not going to talk about, and we do tap, and we do hip hop, and we do jazz lyrical, and we do competition, and all the things. We're just going to talk about ballet. Okay, so that key word is just dialed in and focused, so that way when somebody says ballet classes for adults, we come up, and I'm not fighting. Google doesn't have to fight and sift through so much. We want to make it super easy for Google, all right? Then I'm going to duplicate that blog and put it maybe in 2 weeks or the next week, and it's going to have Milwaukee ballet classes in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And we're going to talk about that and what people are saying and doing, and ideally have a different picture and a video of class in Milwaukee and where it is. The studio is next to this brewery because that's just a Wisconsin thing, right? And just make it very customized for that area. All right. So that's what we want, because when people are searching for us, they're usually searching near me, and we want to double down on that. And that is how you do it. So you do it with your Google Business Profile, which we talked about last time. You're going to have a separate Google Business Profile for each location, which you can manage as a group. We talked about that last week. And now you're going to bring it over into your website. You're going to have those separate pages for each location, but then you're also going to create blog content so that your website is updated regularly so that Google sees that you're active and shows you off to more people when they are searching for those keywords. I hope this was helpful. I know it gets a little meaty, and that is why sometimes people's eyes glaze over and they go, I can't do it. I don't want to do it. And that's where I'm here to help you. If you are slightly glazed over, no worries. I got you. I would love to help you. So I love helping people optimize that Google Business Profile. I just worked with a client last week, and we set aside 3 hours, that's my VIP day, to optimize that Google Business Profile. And the thing is, it took 3 hours because we did it right. We did all the things. We took advantage of all the characters that you could use in your descriptions, and we customized and really made pretty products so that your logo is featured, and we made sure everything is optimized. And then we had just a few minutes at the end of the time together, and we talked about our website, what she could do a little bit better just to help get people to find her using keywords and not industry specific words. And that is a trouble, or a spot for business owners. We get so industry specific and we're not thinking about what our customer is searching for. So it was just such a wonderful day. And then from there, people choose to work with me ongoing, whether it's just simply updating that Google business profile consistently, and then maybe it's just a one-off once a month check-in with strategy on SEO, what you're doing, what you're planning. Sometimes we just need that accountability, right? Like, I don't need a lot. I just need to check in with you so that you can hold me accountable and make sure this is happening, right? Or more in depth where I'm helping you write the content, create the social, all the things, and it ranges from there. So if you are interested, go ahead to missmelisarose.com/deals. That's where all the buttons are, where you can click work with me or grab that Google workshop or even just become part of the newsletter and part of the tribe. And that's where I share a little bit more info on behind the scenes of running a business, raising a family, and all that fun stuff that we are all doing. All right, my brick and mortar business owner. And those of you that don't have a storefront yet, but your goals are to have a storefront, to hang that shingle and have your brand out in the public to serve your community well. You are my hero. You get up, you create something great, and the market says you are needed, you are valued, you are wanted. And I want you to be the only option in town by making sure people can find you, like you, and trust you faster than your competition. Competition is good, but I want you to be the only option in town. Have a great week, everybody. If you like the podcast, please like, follow, do all the things, share it with your besties, share it on your stories, tag me so that I can shout you out. And if you really enjoyed it, I would be so honored if you left an honest rating and review on your favorite platform that you are listening. It means the world to me, and it helps this show get out to more people. Thank you so much. Have a great week. We will see you here, same time, same place next week. Peace. Bye-bye.